What's up, everybody? How you doing? Welcome back to the Punk Rock Review Podcast. This is just a little introduction to the video you're about to watch. I had invited Dan Frampton on the show to talk about the Finn McKenty situation, Jesse Michaels, our channels, goals, just all kinds of different topics. We ended up going very long. It's about a 2-hour podcast, and I wanted to get this part out before the weekend because I don't intend on covering this subject anymore after this video unless something extraordinary happens, in which case I'll kind of have to. But I felt as though it was necessary to cover this topic to some degree because I've had personal dealings with Finn McKenty. I've had an opinion for quite some time, and it does affect what I do and the people in my community to a certain degree. So but I wanted to also let you guys know that this isn't something I'm going to continue to cover a bunch. I don't have the energy to keep up with it. This isn't what my channel is about. So every now and then you have to take opportunities when they're given to you. But I just wanted to take a minute to also thank all the new people that have come on the channel. We've had a pretty good bump in viewership and subscribers. So I hope you're here to stay because I feel like I put out pretty good content. I work really hard at it. So give us a shot and welcome to the community. All the people that have been around, thank you so much. I appreciate you. We got some goals we're fixing to hit, and I'm very proud of it. So, welcome to the Punk Rock Review. All right, let's get to the video. Well, let's talk about the consequences of what's going on with Finn McKenty because it's honestly it's far-reaching, dude. Like it's like weird.
Yeah, like there's so many videos coming out about it, man. Like so many people are piping in about it. People from the metal community, the black metal community, hip hop dudes, people like everyone's coming out of the woodwork.
Yeah. Well, just so you know, like when I made my video, I haven't edited a single second of it because I almost didn't make it because I don't really like doing this shit, like this stuff, right?
Yeah,
and I was like, well, I don't mind talking about it, but I don't like it to infiltrate my channel.
Yeah,
like, I'll talk about it. Yeah,
I get it. I very much love it in infiltrating my channel. I'm a huge fan of it. I love the smoke. I love the heat. Bring it. Let's go.
It's kind of my issue with it is that I don't mind the smoke and I don't mind talking shit. I don't mind arguing with people because I don't mind being a troll. I just think like, okay, if I'm going to do this, I need to do it a certain way. I want to keep it that way.
No, it's very professional. I love it, man.
You have to be able to like accept that some of this is necessary. Because I flew to LA and interviewed one of the biggest legends of the entire punk rock genre, and it's gotten a portion of the views and subscriber count that this other shit has. It is what it is, man. Like, it's stressful. But like in 3 days, dude, I'm talking 20,000 views, 400 new subscribers. Like that's a big jump for a channel my size, and like I am very grateful. So I'm glad I did it, but it blew my mind. Like it got me kind of depressed until I had to like think about it and go, look, you should just appreciate that. And just keep it pushing, man. Make another fucking channel. Make another video. And if they watch it, they watch it. If they stick around, they stick around. But I think most people will. And so, because they're all pissed at him too. Because why wouldn't they be?
No, for sure, man. Absolutely. I think just keep on keeping on. Do your thing. Keep on making the videos you're making because it's good content. It really is. And I think it's going to scratch the itch for a lot of people that are looking for someone to talk about punk rock. You know what I mean? Someone reviewing punk rock, someone that has a record collection like that's just like on display. Well, they need someone legit like you instead of this guy. Okay, I'll just say it.
And I don't want to use the word legit. I'm just like a lifer at this point, but I appreciate that because like I want to do live show content. I want to do interviews. I want to do a podcast. I want to review stuff, and I want to live stream. I can do all that under one umbrella. Why wouldn't I? This is literally a community. And I want it to be a destination spot. I want people to be like, oh, I want to go be on that guy's channel. Like, that guy's cool. He's fun to talk to. Like,
yeah,
he likes the stuff I like is all it really is. Not cool necessarily, but like, I like what he likes.
Like, yeah. No, 100%, man. And you were going on, you want to do this. You wanted that. I got news for you, pal. You are doing it. And you're doing a killer job. Keep it up. I appreciate that. Thank you. Love it, bro.
Thank you. And yeah, it's fun, man. It's like, that's the thing is I just don't understand none of this shit, bro. Because look, there's bad days, but it's like overall I have so much fun, man. Like, what a jaded, unhappy, sad motherfucker, bro. Like, what are we doing?
No, I don't know. I don't really worry about sounding corny because it just is who I am at this point. But I love YouTube, man, and I hate to say that it like saved me like that. I won't go that dramatic. I won't get that crazy with it. But I love YouTube. And I love being a creator. I love everything about it. I love making the videos. I love editing the videos. I love the thumbnails. I love putting them out. I love people's reaction to it. I love talking to the people. In my videos, I have a thing called the 3-hour gang. If you're there within the first 3 hours, I will respond to you. I want to have these not confrontations, conversations.
Yeah.
And if someone is confrontational, I have a couple ways to deal with it. I either say something snarky, or I ignore it, or I hide them from the channel. It's very easy. I don't need to
Dude, use the hide button. These people don't understand it, bro. Okay, look, man, I cover a lot of oi music, and when I do that, a lot of like shitty people come out of the woodwork, and it's like, okay, well, all I do is go, all right, this is my litmus test. Let's talk about this band for a couple of days and see what happens. And then like 3 or 4 people will say something that, 500 people will talk about it, and 3 or 4 will be like, this and this, or what about Screwdriver? And I'm like, all right, cool, boop, you're gone. Like, I don't got no time for that shit, nor am I going to waste my time doing it.
The beautiful thing about the hide button that a lot of people don't know is the people leaving the comment still sees their comment there. They think that they're commenting. They think that you can see it.
I do love that.
No one else can, and the creator doesn't see it. Doesn't even show up in studio anymore.
So, I love that they don't even know. YouTube was trolling with that shit, bro. They were like, well, watch this. We're going to make these dudes real mad. They won't even know they're mad. They're going to be so angry when they figure it out. But like,
it's beautiful.
It doesn't, I don't know, man. I think that's what it is that people like you and I are angry because somebody had something that we so desperately want. And like, we might even get there, but like, we want that. And it's like, how do you like just toss it aside? And I know a lot of it was from his own hard work, which makes it even make less sense to me. Like, I just don't get any of it, dude. I don't understand him. Have you talked to him personally, right?
I certainly have. There used to be dialogue between the two of us.
We only had one instance where we talked, and I was like, dude, I'll fly out there and slap the shit out you, bro.
That was the end of that. Yeah.
I was like, dude, like, and I'm not some tough guy, but like, you are not going to talk to me like that, bro. Like, I'm an adult. Like, please treat me like one.
Yep, and, for sure.
He's such 100%. Just an arrogant, pretentious fella.
Yeah, he was a dick to me. He was just like a straight up, just like, I know what a dick is, man. Like I live life, and I don't like being treated like that. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you're a dickhead, bro. I'm right. So I was just, yeah.
Well, what do you think some of the effects are going to be in the next, let's say, 3 to 4, 6 months?
Okay, here's the thing. I am like I love drama content. Okay. I'm just going to rip the Band-Aid off. Like on YouTube, it's what greases the wheels. I know how much traction drama content gets. That's why I started a drama channel. It's my slop channel. It's the art of slop. I understand that it is like absolutely what greases the wheels on YouTube. Daily, regular, long videos about things that people are going to click on, watch the whole thing, and then forget about by the time they're done watching the video. It really is just as easy as that. It's the fast food of content, and there's a specific way to make it. Like, fast food is scientifically crafted to be delicious, and so is slop. You know what I mean? It's scientifically crafted to get the clicks and to get the fucking people going, So this is a drama topic. That is why we're seeing the little bump in views. And the thing with drama content is it does bump and it does grease the wheels on your channel, and now the algorithm will be like, all right, people are interested in this, and this is the double-edged sword because the next drop is not going to be drama, so it's going to kind of confuse the algorithm. But the people that are coming in, that's the beautiful thing about this specific drama, is because they're coming from a punk rock person that has led them astray to other punk rock channels. It's an alternative. But on the slop side of the internet, on the drama side, we're not providing another alternative to the person we're criticizing. We're just criticizing the person because we know it's what the audience wants to hear, This person is getting run through the mud this week. All right, I guess I'm running them through the mud. And I understand that it's kind of a shitty thing to do, but it is just like the nature of the internet. But the thing is, with this drama and with this particular situation, is that it is shedding a particular light on who was at the very top of our genre and who was like literally cannibalizing all the views from us. the people that were waking up every single day, giving our heart and soul to our channels every single day, for some arrogant guy who didn't even care about it to just eat up all the views and eat up all the attention, and for somebody that didn't even give a shit about it, is kind of insulting. It's kind of just like it takes it beyond just like a level of slop drama, whatever, into a position where it's like, now I kind of like am, I don't take it personally because it is just like content on the internet, but like he was the top of our like section of the internet, and for him to have like it represents us to the greater internet, and I hate it.
So everything that you said, I agree with, and I've had a few people, not many, but a few people that were like, "Why do you even care? What are you, 12?" And I'm like, "Well, hold on. We're not talking about like pop culture. This isn't the Kardashians. This isn't some. If this was a dude that worked for TMZ and I was another like what are those guys called?
Paparazzi.
If I was another paparazzi
yeah.
channel, right? And that's all I did, and this guy just suddenly said he hated it and quit, it wouldn't like sting and it wouldn't smell bad. It wouldn't be weird. It'd be like, oh well, he just probably got burnt out. But it's like a culture and a lifestyle that he was like
appropriating
to be.
I hate to use that word, but it was.
Yeah, you have to use all these buzzwords because they actually mean something in this particular instance. And it's like,
yeah,
well, dude, you take from the one genre where it is important to have character and to be like honest about things, and people will typically accept you for whoever you are for the most part.
It's kind of the whole thing about punk rock and about the DIY thing. It's about,
and it's it's maddening to see like, oh man, like I thought if nothing else, I didn't like the guy. So I've said this 1,000 times, dude. Like I don't like him, but he's got a lot of knowledge and he clearly cares about music. And to have even somebody of my age to find out that I was just completely fooled this whole time, it is insulting. And I'm like, oh, well, fool me once, so he can't ever come back because nobody will trust him.
Yeah,
and,
no.
You know, people are like, well, why does he doesn't owe his audience anything? Oh, fuck you. Sorry. Yes, he does. Are you kidding me? Are you telling me that like all the people that have super chatted me and said on my live stream and bought a shirt or bought a patch, come to my record store, I don't owe them anything? Oh, you arrogant fuck, dude.
Yeah, it's crazy. And people are coming into my comment section. Not a lot of them. A lot of them are actually coming in and apologizing. Some people are saying, man, a lot of people owe you an apology, bro. You were calling this for a long time. But there are still meat riders, people coming in and being like, he was just clocking in and doing a job. I'm like, dude, he admitted to drifting. He admitted to not caring about it. He admitted to doing it for the money, and you're still taking his side. That is absolutely wild. That is crazy. We're in a creative...
wrong subculture, buddy. Fuck off.
No, exactly.
Do that shit with metal. I mean, dude, like metal, like hip hop. They're all about the money. They wouldn't care. But like, I bet they would be insulted by this if it was like a hip hop channel. Like, and then he said like all this edgy stuff just to say it, and I really thought he really believed it. Like I was up until this happened, I thought, does this dude really think that like Suicide Boys are the new punk rock? And I was like, you know what? I think he's just being edgy. And I'd never talked about it because it was going to infuriate me. Like, that's really what the deal is. The deal is that I avoided all this stuff because I was like, dude, if I don't, I'm going to spend 3 months talking about how much this dude's a tool. And I just don't want to I don't want to entertain that because I'd rather talk about bands I really like. And, you know, after this week, I won't be talking about this shit anymore. I don't care enough. And if that means I lose a little bit of the momentum, then so be it. I'll get where I need to be because my shit is quality. And I know it's quality. It may not be the best, but it's quality. And so
it is, man. No, you're what YouTube is all about. I'm sorry to interrupt you, but you are exactly the channel that people should be subscribing to. 100%. You got my
appreciate that.
No,
I really appreciate that. I mean, after getting to talk to you outside of this a few times, like I've figured out what you were doing, and I've told a lot of people, like, no, bro, like go watch it. Shut up for a minute. Watch what he's doing. It's not necessarily what I'm doing. It's a different kind of like if you're a fan of my stuff and you like what I do, maybe it won't be for them. But if you like other things too, it's an art piece, dude. Like you have to go watch it. It's not just you're not doing video essays. It's just not the same. Like you can't be like, oh well, it's not. So
no, yeah, I have done a few, but it isn't what I do. 100%.
Right. Well, that's kind of what I meant. So like, I mean, I take what you were doing. Maybe not so much like the last few months, but before that, it was like a character because it was like representing stuff that you were interested in. because the stuff you're interested in was people like that, and it was not necessarily, you weren't taking it so seriously. And a lot of people take this stuff incredibly seriously. I do. I take it real serious, which is what my issue was at first. And I was like, oh, I have to figure out, oh, I just don't get it. And like, that's fine. But I'm also okay with that. So many people aren't okay with that. I don't give a shit, bro. If I'm wrong about something, bro, I spent 40 years shitting on the Clash. And then all of a sudden I like them a lot. You know how many people hate me for that? Like,
that's so, no, I watched the entire interview that you did, and you admitting to Jesse that I haven't really listened to a lot of the Clash. I'm just getting into them now. And him like, oh, you're in for a treat. It was such a wholesome moment. I absolutely lived for it. It was like I'm saying, it's what YouTube is all about, man.
That was like
those are the moments. Those are the moments.
That was a bucket list check right there. Something I never thought I'd ever get to do, man. I thank my audience for that. Like, Finn McKenty could have done stuff like that. He could have met people he really admired and then been like, thank you guys. Because without you guys, I wouldn't have got here. And that's exactly what that's what I'm upset by. Is I think that he was hating on Fat Mike, bro.
That's what I was saying. He had these opportunities, but he used it to be like, I'm right and you're wrong. But Fat Mike even like quizzed him on things, and they had this kind of like back and forth. It was this, oh man, it was so hard to watch.
The ska punk thing, the best ska band thing.
Sublime.
I am 100% certain that he said that shit just to troll people. Like, there was no, but the thing is that he didn't, like trolling people and then being like, ha ha ha, I just like to troll people is one thing, but trolling people and like never breaking character is honestly kind of amazing, right? Like, if you have to be objective about it, it is kind of amazing. But it's also like when you're doing it to people that don't get it, it's just like shitty. Like, no, I don't know.
The thing
Sublime, Sublime, fucking Sublime.
I come from a place of very much especially when I was dealing with him. I'm a very satirical person, very tongue in cheek. You kind of got to blur the lines a little bit. He's not. He is not like that. He is not smart enough for that. He is not creative enough for that. He is not like willing to die on any cross or on any hill that he doesn't actually like believe in. He doesn't have it in him. He wants to be right. He wants to rub people's face in it. He wants to just like, he's the kind of dude that loves the smell of his own farts. He thinks that he is the absolute like tippy top. And the thing was, he got away with it for so long because he was at the top, and he was able to have that warped mindset of I'm the king, nobody can fuck with me, until the entire internet started to like pick him apart on all of his little stupid things. And then for him to be like, oh, I just didn't like music. Nah, buddy, you got so tired of being called out every single day for every one of your bad takes, every single one of your shitty opinions, every single one of your like little side dramas that you were in. You were sick of dealing with it. It was way too much for you. You fucking couldn't handle the heat in the kitchen. You packed up and you left. I hate to say it, but you got no balls, Finn McKenty.
Well, I mean, all he did was have hot takes that I don't even think he believed. I think he was an edgelord. He was just he was Cartman.
I think I think he wanted to be. I don't know, man.
Yes, he wanted to be like that, but like, because think about it, dude. All the shit that he said, all of it was like wrong, but it wasn't like he said it with like a, that sly look or a wink, and you're like, oh, this motherfucker, I think he's trying to get me, man. And then he could laugh about it later, like, okay, just like kind of like you were saying that you do. Where you're like, I enjoy the drama, but I can laugh about it. And I'm just like, if you can figure me out, you can understand that most of the time I'm just not really being that serious. But I'll die on a hill just to die on the hill, just to be like, ha ha ha, motherfucker. Yeah,
I died on the hill for the bit. Like I did it for a bit. Nothing was for a bit for him. He just wanted to make people feel stupid. He just wanted to make people feel wrong and stupid, and got off on feeling right. And
that's the edgelordy thing. Is he would say things that were like contrarian just because he thought he'd make it sound cool. Like, and he would shit on like whole entire fan bases, which is okay. You're allowed to do that, but then you can't get upset when that fan base gets mad at you.
No, like, dude, for sure. That's crazy to me. 100%.
Fuck ska, and then all the ska fans are like, dude, fuck you. And you're like, what? What did I do? It's my opinion. It's like, yeah, dude. Well, it's just their opinion. That's how this works.
Exactly, man. For sure. I don't know, man. I think if he was able to handle the internet, and if he did the internet right, he would still be here, because he was at the very top of it, and he had all the control and all the power to manipulate this narrative into something that he could craft. You know what I mean? If I'm punching up to a bigger YouTuber, and all this YouTuber has to do, if I gain any traction, is just make a video about it. It's going to go out to more people. It's going to reach basically the entire internet. And now all of a sudden, my point is now null and void. You know what I mean?
Right.
So he had the power to absolutely squash all of these little piss ants, but he didn't do it. He just like let all the little piss ants fucking gather up until it was just too much for him to even like handle anymore.
Well, that's why I don't understand this shit. Like what's his end game? Like, what's he trying to do? Is he fucking is he just miserable? Like, is he at home with his wife and he's just like, is he that miserable? He just seems so smug all the time. I didn't think it was miserable. It's miserable. He's miserable.
Yeah, it's misery. You're right. It's like when you bring up that word misery, miserable, all my DMs with him, man. He is a curmudgeon. Just like the angriest little like, oh, bro. I remember one instance. I'm not going to get into like the nuts and bolts of it.
Oh, no, dude. Get into the nuts and bolts. I'm interested.
All right, fine.
Jerry.
All right, nuts and bolts. Nuts and bolts it is. He put up a video about Avril Lavigne. It didn't perform as well. I DM'd him and was like, oh, don't worry about it, man. You're still at the top of the genre. You're going to rank for this. And he goes, that's not how this works. And he started to give me like this whole like blah, blah, blah on how the algorithm works. And I was like, the 10 out of 10 thing, it gets us all, man. Because it does. When you see a 10 out of 10, you get down about it. And he's like, no, the 10 out of 10 is actually a great algorithmic thing. I'm like, okay, I'm just trying to be a bro. I'm just trying to say, calm down. You got this. I'm trying to like, so what a bad video. You know what I mean?
And right. Like literally, like you're just like patting him on the back. Like, it's all good, bro.
Yeah, that was my entire intent. And then for him to like tell me I was wrong, tell me that that's not how YouTube works, that he is the smart YouTube man, that he is the marketer, he knows what's going on. This video flopped and I don't know how to make videos ever again. Like, okay, then take that route, man. Your video flopped. He was just he like spiraled and crashed off of 110 of 10. I was like, this guy's insane. And that was the moment. That was the situation where I was like, this guy is a dickhead. I do not be treated like the way that this guy just treated me. Because if like you put up a screenshot of a 10 of 10 and I was like, oh, bro, man, I know you'll get him next time. That just kind of thing. I wouldn't expect you to be like, fuck you, asshole.
Dude, I'm going to be real honest and look real dumb here. But I don't even know what that is, dude. Like, I don't even know what the 10 of 10 thing is, dude. I have no fucking idea. Like,
really?
I don't approach any of this shit like that. I make a video, I upload it. Like I
love that.
Like, I look at some of the metrics a little bit, but like, I am not like a tech dude to a degree that's absurd. I still make mixtapes on a cassette. Like, I still have a box of tapes right here by my feet. Like, and I only say that so people understand, like, I don't do any of this for any other reason than I want to. I just want to do it. So I do it. And then if it pays off, it pays off. And it seems to be working okay. So I'm like, all right, cool. I'll keep doing it because I enjoy doing it. Now, if it ever comes a day where I'm like miserable doing it, I have no problem going, hey guys, I love music, but this shit is killing me, man. I'm going to go back to playing in clubs and just hang out with my friends. See ya. But that's what it would be. Like, it'd be like an honest, like, assessment of me just being not happy with it. And like, but I still love music. I would never do years of this shit and then be like, well, I don't like music. Fucking what?
It would make you look it would make you look like you just wasted your entire life.
Like, he looks like he looks like a liar, first off, but yes, he looks like a giant doofus for well, so if you hated music, then why did you waste all your time? Because I know from doing this that if you're going to grow a channel, because you had to grow it, it didn't start out at all these hundreds of thousands of subscribers. So what were you doing all that time? Wasting all day, every day for the first couple of years. He's even talked about how he remembers putting up videos that got 500 views for like 2 years. And it's like, yeah, it was tough, but I got there. And it's like, so if you hated music so much and you don't, what the fuck? I don't do, bro. I call bullshit, like shenanigans on all this shit. He's lying about something. And 100%. Somebody, go ahead.
No, I'm just agreeing. I'm just like,
I got a question. I was gonna avoid this topic, but I don't know that I can because it's in my comments to a pretty absurd degree. I know nothing about his life outside of YouTube, nor do I really care. But is that what's going on? Is he so worried about something he did with his wife that like he's like, oh fuck, I gotta go now because that's starting to bubble up to the top?
I don't know. I don't know what's going on in his mind.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on in his what happens when he reads all that kind of stuff. But if someone was saying that stuff about me every single day, and if first off, if it was something baseless that somebody made up to troll me and get under my skin, then it would just go away. You know what I mean?
Right.
It wouldn't gather steam, and it wouldn't get people talking, and it wouldn't get all these people. I wouldn't feel good about that. I would feel very bad, and I would feel like it's out there. You know what I mean? And I would feel like I have to address this. And if it wasn't true, I would need to kind of like nip that shit in the bud. And if I didn't, it would just always persist, you know? So either you can just spend all day hiding these people on your comment section. But the thing is, people hated him on Twitter, man. He got so much shit on Twitter, like non-stop.
Really?
I don't
really participate in any of that stuff. So I don't, which is honestly makes me a little bit happier, which is why I didn't go the route of drama, because I will consume myself with it. And I can't, I'm a drug addict. So like I'm sober now, but like I can't go that route because I will consume myself with it.
No, for sure. That's very smart, man. Like the thing is, I do not engage. Like I am there. I'm way more of a lurker. I am way more tapped into all of it than
I can't keep my mouth shut, so I can't lurk, dude. I have to be like,
we're so opposite. We're so opposite. I'm like, I'm in the shadows, bro. I am not like that at all, but I love that. But he got that's what's being overlooked a lot in all these videos and what people are talking about. The dude got so much vitriolic hate from Twitter nonstop every day. Just people tweeting out of the blue, just waking up being like, I hate Finn McKenty. Imagine that. Imagine that's your life.
Well, okay, but why were they doing that?
Exactly, because of his shitty takes, because of his bad videos, because of his...
Well, like you said, if it's baseless and it's because they don't like you, then if people don't like me, I can deal with that because not everybody's going to like me. But if people go, I don't like him because, he reviews these bands, like, well, hold on, what am I doing wrong here then? Like, am I not being objective enough? Am I not giving, the right opinions because I'm just being kind of a turd about it? Am I just grumpy all the time? Like, what is it about me that is making them not like my reviews? Because that's not what they don't like about him. They don't like him.
It's a deeper thing.
I'm saying this all backwards. I'm mixing it up. But in my head, I know what I'm saying. Like, if it was me and they didn't like me personally, I think I can get over that. But it's like, but I also don't, that's what it is. It's because he's doing it to himself and I don't do it to myself. That's what I'm trying to get out of my mouth, is that he's doing this shit to himself. Like, you can change the way you're behaving and people will be nicer to you. It may take a little while, but if people shit on me, I didn't do anything to deserve it. And I know that. So I just go, well, whatever. Like, okay, cool. Talk your shit for a few days. There was a whole entire subreddit about me because I made a little Peep shirt. I did the Peep shirt because I liked him.
No, that's
and these
sick,
people lost their fucking minds about it. And they were telling me, you're making money off a dead person. And I was like, how much money have I made off this? They're like, well, I don't know. How many shirts have you sold? And I was like, 0. I gave away like 20 and I sold like 3. So I've lost a bunch of money on this. I just thought y'all think it was cool. So I was giving them away. And I was like, y'all got me all wrong, dude. And so I didn't let it bother me. I just like, whatever. I went there, said my piece and bounced, right? But like, it does seem to really have affected him emotionally. Like, is his wife telling him, hey, you got to get out of here because you're driving me crazy? Like, who knows, dude?
Who knows, man? Nothing is. That's what I'm saying. Like, nothing is adding up.
I gotta say this, man. Hey, look, anybody listening, if you don't know what you're talking about in regards to him and his wife, please shut the fuck up. Because look, I can tell you, if it's against the law, he should be punished. But if it's not, it's just weird. Well, you're probably fucking weird too, to some degree. I know I'm fucking weird. I'm 42 and still go to punk rock shows. Like. My only point is like, look, my mom and dad were 11 years apart. And I heard at one point that he met his wife when he was 30 and she was 18. I don't know the truth about any of this, but I know that when I heard that, I thought like, well, I don't understand what you have in common with an 18-year-old, but there's nothing really wrong about that, quote unquote. Then I heard he was 30 and they met when she was 16 and they got together when she was 18. And I was like, okay, that's pretty weird. Then I heard, no, they got together when she was 18 and he was 34. And I'm like, okay, what the fuck is the truth? So I don't know the truth. So I really don't speak on it much. But my point is like, if you don't know what's actually going on, don't accuse him of stuff he didn't actually do that you have no proof of, because it's just weird, man. Like, if you find something out for like absolute, it's true, have a field day with it. But like, man, I don't think it's very fair to like accuse somebody of something you have no proof of. So like, yeah, I just wanted to say that because look, man, we're piling on this guy pretty hard. But if he didn't actually do anything wrong and he's just kind of weird about that, I don't have any room to speak because I've done lots and lots of weird, dumb shit in my life. So like, you know, who am I to judge somebody? I just don't like his personality, and I think that he's just kind of a phony. That's my issue with the guy.
Yeah, no, for sure. When it comes to that particular issue, I don't want to speak on that issue, but I'm speaking on the fact that he has to deal with that issue in comment sections and on Twitter. And it's just a part of his existence that he has to deal with that all the time. I don't know the truth. I don't know the ins and outs of it. I don't know. Like I don't know him.
Well, that's why I'm surprised by the comments. So like, oh, well, he did this. I'm like, but how do you know?
Yeah,
I don't know that. Like, okay, if he did, weird and bad, but like, I have no idea, man. Like, they might have been, you know, 27 and 19 when they met, and that is not that weird. Like,
yeah,
you know, the closer you get, the less weird it is. So like, until we have some kind of proof, and even if we have proof, I certainly don't want to talk about that because I just don't want to fucking talk about it. It's you know, fuck them at that point, you know. But like, I mean, fuck them anyways, really. But like, you know, I don't know. It's
that was never my sticking point with him. That was never my criticism. There was never enough on that particular tree to grill him on anything there.
Well, are you seeing that shit in your comment section a lot?
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure. People always saying it. Like, there's one dude's video on YouTube. I don't want to mention him, but his thumbnail is Finn McKenty's face in front of like an elementary school.
Yeah, damn.
Yeah, that video has like the most views out of all of our videos.
I would imagine it probably does.
Yeah, and so it's like it's yeah. People say it, and it's out there.
I just wanted to stand up and say, look, man, can we not be like that? If we don't have any proof of anything, can we just not? Like, if proof bubbles up, like somebody will talk about it and I'll give them a like on the video, right? Like I just don't understand why we have to talk about stuff that we don't actually know. We have plenty of proof that the guy's a dick. Let's talk about that.
Yeah, no, like, for sure. Yeah, absolutely.
Dude, when I was making my thumbnail, my original thumbnail, bro, I wish I should have saved it. I should send it to you. Like, it was brutal. It was brutal. And then I was like, man, YouTube might actually give me some kind of problem for this. And so I just had to put a photo of his dumbass face on there with ungrateful, because I feel like that's my main gripe with the guy.
Yeah, no, that was really, really good. I'm surprised that the thumbnail of Finn McKenty's face in front of the elementary school is still up. It's a wild thumbnail.
That is a very, very insane image.
Yeah. And like, the dude's got a lot of respect in the community. He gets lots of views. It's sitting at like 60,000 views now.
That's a lot.
And like, and people are really talking about these issues like they know what they're talking about, but I don't see any like screenshots. I'm not seeing any clips they're talking about the screenshots, they're talking about the clips, they're talking about the proof, but they're just not showing it. You know what I mean?
That's my whole issue with it. I just want to be where like our community cannot have some clapback issue where they're like, see, told you, fucking idiots. It's like, dude, just stop, man. It's not worth it anyways. Like, just come over here, hang out. We have a place where it's chill. Like, you know, this is kind of a necessary conversation, unfortunately, but like, you know, we have other channels that are going to be most likely longer term and better quality with a lot better just like community vibe. I don't ever want to have it where it's just so fucking negative all the time. And I feel like he built that house himself, man. And it's like, I don't understand why he's surprised.
Yeah, no, man. And I think like having that sort of I don't know, it's like an infection. He like infected the space, and I think having it like removed is going to be like, because we're sitting here like talking in this sort of like kind of way, and this is not how we operate our channels. We talk about things that we like, and we talk about things that are going on, and we talk about to our community, and we engage with people, and that's what we love about this. But right now we are having the conversation that is happening in our space right now, and we're not avoiding any of the things, you know what I mean?
Right.
So, and I think that that's good to say, like, this part of the conversation is happening, and we just had that part of the conversation, but we're not gonna like extrapolate or explore that part of the conversation, because there's so much more there that is relevant to the YouTube space, to what he actually, to the damage he actually caused to our little sector.
And he did cause damage. And I don't understand how people, I guess there's going to be people that disagree with us no matter what our opinion is about whatever.
For sure. Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. But like, if people see our video and they know we're going to say something that's either negative or whatever, or I guess celebrating his demise, and they're like, all they want to do is watch our video and then talk shit, and it's like, well, dude, you do realize that you're the reason that he's gone. People like you, if you liked him, why are you in here shitting on me? You're the reason he's gone. People that behave like you are why he got upset and left. And his heart was never in it in the first place. I think that the one thing that makes it worth talking about is the fact that it is a punk rock thing, and I think that our community and genre is unique in a lot of ways, but that is one of them. Is that it's, like I said earlier, man, it's based on character a lot of times, and if you don't have character, when people find that out, they will not let you forget about it.
100%. And like his whole corporate attitude flies in direct opposition of punk rock. It's like,
right,
you can't, those two shoes can't be on the same person. They just can't.
Isn't that weird how he thought that was going to work? And I never understood the name of his channel. I was like, why does he call it this? Like, what is he trying to do? Like, you said that you thought he might bring like some teaching. And I thought that at one point, but after watching his videos, I was like, so what is his deal? Like, why does he call it Punk Rock NBA? And when his intro song is a Hatebreed song, like, I love Hatebreed, don't get me wrong, but like, I don't consider them, in the same categories, I guess. And I'll cover hardcore on my channel a little bit. And I do like Hatebreed a lot, like quite a bit actually. But like, I don't know. It just feels like he was trying to use, and I guess that's what he did. Is he used a space that was empty, that somebody like us was going to come along at some point and go, oh, cool, we were going to flourish over there. We were going to do really well, and he took that from us, and then he was a fraud the whole time. So if anybody's wondering why we're pissed off, that's what it is. He took a space that we were going to eventually come to and use, and fucking messed it all up, made it a hot mess. Yeah. And at the same time was a fraud. We could have supported the guy, would have.
Yeah. No, and we all would have, man. If he was actually putting out like the real deal content, like, man, imagine being able to be a part of a community like that. Because what's good for the goose is good for the gander. You know what I mean? And it would have trickled down for everybody. But instead of all this prosperity for everybody to go around, now it's like, oh, we just got a bunch of little Finn McKenty's running around out here. This is no good.
Well, like, I don't want to speak ill on somebody that I'm not talking to, but I've had a personal thing with him too. But let me preface this with, I don't have anything but respect for the guy because I don't know him really. But the Jesse Lee cat, I felt like he was just Finn McKenty Jr., except that he seems to be in like pretty good spirits all the time. He's like pretty happy.
Yeah, he was happy, Finn. Yeah, exactly.
Well, so that's a much better version in my opinion. But I felt like he's probably going to take up a lot of that space, and it's like, and I'm okay with that. I don't know. It's weird. Look. People go, what, you're gatekeeping punk rock? And it's like, yeah, I guess so. It's that important to me, man. Like, not as far as like, you can't come to the show and you can't be in a band and you can't think this is cool. No, I don't care about any of that stuff. Oh, you think this is punk rock and I don't? Whatever, man. We can talk about it if you want, but I don't really care.
Yeah.
But you're going to come and take from my community. I'm a little bit protective over that. And I should be. I think we all should be.
100%. That's not gatekeepery. No, I think.
Well, that's just the hot word people use when you protect something you love. They go, "Oh, you're a gatekeeper now." It's like, well, that's what you want to call it. Go for it. I don't give a shit. But like,
no. Being protective of something isn't necessarily, in my mind, gatekeeping. I think like.
Well, I don't know why gatekeeping is such a bad thing, personally. If you use it for what it like. What it actually means is like protecting something, keeping things out of something that shouldn't be there. Dude, certain things shouldn't be certain places. I'm sorry. That's just a fact of the matter. And, people like Aaron Miklo shouldn't be involved in certain things. People like Finn McKenty shouldn't be involved in certain things. And people like me, I shouldn't be involved in certain things. Now, what are those things?
No, for sure. Like if I tried to start, like just to bring up a point that you were talking about earlier, if I tried to start up a film channel, I would be a fraud because I don't watch movies. But if I was like, man, a lot of people watch movies, I bet I could make a lot of money talking about movies.
Right.
My experience would be Wikipedia, Rotten Tomatoes, IMDb, watching the movie, but all this research, and it wouldn't be organic. It wouldn't be lived experience. It wouldn't be known. It would just be articles and black and white and red tape and all this sort of stuff. And that sounds like a miserable experience. That sounds like a fraudulent experience.
Exactly why I started my channel the way I did and left the other channel, because I felt like I wasn't representing the community the right way, and I didn't have the same opinions as they did, and I'm of a completely different generation than most of them. So like we didn't have a lot in common, and I wasn't happy, but I didn't lie about it and go, but I love this music the whole time I was on it. I was like, yeah, I don't really like this. So I was, I just was like, oh, I need to wisen up and use my time more valuable. My time is valuable. I need to use it more wise and go over here and do this. And we're going to start just like rehashing the same points over and over if we don't stop. But like, it is crazy, man. I on one hand, I do feel a little bad for the guy because I can't imagine what he's feeling like right now. And I don't care what anybody says. He's watching this stuff. He's looking at it. He's hearing what we're saying. I guarantee you he's watching my videos. Guaranteed. Yeah. Oh, yeah, so, he watched them before this all happened. I know that.
Oh, yeah.
So, on one hand, I do pity the guy a little bit. I have a little empathy for him. But, you built your house. Stay in it. You made your bed. Sleep in it. It is what it is.
No, yeah, for sure. I mean, I'd like to come at it with a little bit more of an empathetic lens and a little bit more heart, I suppose.
It's a little bit. I don't have a lot because I don't like the guy.
No, for sure. Though. No, you're not. You're very nice, and typically so am I. Like I am very forgiving, and I let.
Well, I can tell you from experience that you're very much like, hey, no, because as soon as I was rude, I apologize, and you were like, yeah, whatever, cool.
Dude, honestly, that's some of my favorite ways. Like I said earlier, of people interacting with my stuff, and because when I interacted with you, it was like I wasn't combative. I didn't want to do it. I was like, dude, fair enough. I like your stuff, and you're like, what, really? Like, yeah.
I was shocked, and I was like, oh shit, I need to stop talking shit and go listen to this guy for a minute. Maybe I'm just being dumb.
No.
Dude, you got to be able to laugh at yourself, man. I'm a dummy sometimes. I overreact about stuff, and I'm also very abrasive, and I don't know everything, and I think that's okay.
I'm right. Everything that you just said about yourself, same here, buddy. Yeah, for sure. I am not the brightest bulb. I will be the first to tell you I am not the smartest person. I might be the loudest sometimes, though, and I might not shut up sometimes. But yeah, it doesn't always come from a place of pure intelligence. I'll tell you that for free.
Mine rarely does. But,
mine rarely does.
I think people get the impression that we don't do research on our videos, because I'll get people that'll be like, hey man, you got this little factoid wrong. But they'll be like, hey man, I found it funny that when you mentioned this person, that you had the photo of the wrong person up. And I'm like, are you under the impression that I realized that was the case?
Yeah.
Because I didn't. I thought I had the right picture up. I don't know what everybody looks like. I'm sorry. I'm from Houston. I've only left Texas a few times, and that was all in the last year.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know what all these guys look like. I don't know what
errors were made. We're human beings. It's not a fucking big deal.
They just go like, oh, I'm like, oh, bro. And they give me shit. I think it's kind of hilarious. Although, maybe they're friends with the band, so they took it a little personally. I didn't think about that until just now. So I don't take it personally when they do that either. I'm just like, whatever, buddy. Like, I'm surprised that you think I was going to be perfect throughout this entire thing. Of course I do the research. Of course I do. Of course. Before we leave the Finn McKenty conversation, and I do want to leave it at some point in the near future, but what do you think? You think he's going to try to come back?
Oh man, there are a lot of good theories. That is a great question. Randall, that is a wonderful question, and I have given it a little bit of thought, and my theory, my hypothesis is, no, he's not going to come back necessarily to the punk rock NBA, I don't think. But I think the leading theory is, since he is a proven grifter and his wife is a proven grifter. I don't know if you were familiar with her channel.
I know nothing about her. She looks like, well, never mind. I'm not going to talk about that. But like, yeah, bro, just oof, man.
Yeah, one of her videos was called, because it was when she was pregnant. She was like, I forget. This isn't exactly what it was called, but it was something like this. I hope to God that my child isn't woke. That was the kind of channel that she was running.
Wait, like is not woke?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Look,
so
man,
she was running an anti-woke grifter channel.
That's wild.
Which was very funny as like this like Zoomer Asian lady in Seattle, just like running this like.
That's a weird place to be doing that.
Yeah, so she was running this little grift for a little bit. So I think the grift is in the blood. And I don't know if you saw Finn McKenty's interview with Blair White and Ronnie Radke and all these other kind of like grifty figures. I think he will return to the grift at some point. He will start, It might be like the right wing grift. It might be the MAGA grift when Donald.
Said, I don't have a problem with him doing that, honestly, because I don't fucking care what he does. But didn't he say like he's really glad his kid ain't white or some shit? Like, how can you intertwine those two ideologies? Like, I hate white people, MAGA. Like, it just doesn't feel like it goes together. Like, what an odd fucking family they are, dude. Like, that poor kid, man. Like, geez Louise, dude.
I don't. And the thing is, like, I don't know if he actually believes the MAGA stuff, but he's so good at like making content about things that he doesn't believe in. Like, the whole thing about grifting is getting dummies to believe what you're saying and infect them with the little brain worms. And he can do that. He still has his little minions out there.
Yeah, he does have people that still really love him, and those are the people that I feel bad for because they really like his stuff. And I'm like, dude, you just build. I don't know, man.
He does not care about you. He does not care about you. Dude. He is filling his pillowcase with the money you gave him and sleeping like a baby every night.
Right. And he's like scoffing at $3,000 a month. I was like, I almost punched my computer screen when I saw that shit. I was like, oh, it's just $3,000 a month. I'm like, what are you talking about, dude? I don't know a person that I know that $3,000 a month wouldn't dramatically change their life.
Yeah. Just total out of touch, rich, white guy. Yeah, not punk rock. Like the last thing from grassroots, roots on the ground.
The Blair White and Ronnie Radke thing, like he's a weird guy. Not Ronnie Radke, but Finn McKenty. Well, Ronnie Radke's probably kind of weird too, I guess. He seems all right though. I don't know him. He did some weird shit back in the day. I don't know the guy. I don't like his music much, but it's not the worst thing out there, I guess. I don't fucking, maybe it is. I don't really give a shit.
It's all good. It's all good.
You mentioned that video, and I can't believe he had those people on his channel like that. Like, not that there's anything wrong with it. It's just a weird combination of people. Like, wait. That gal was in Ronnie Radke's music video.
Yeah, you got it. That's right.
That's what that was.
Yeah. But like the thing is, she's the trans person, and Ronnie used the trans person in his video to be like, I'm not transphobic. I used a trans person in my video.
Right.
You used the trans person. It's a can of worms that I hate opening. It is not fun to talk about,
dude.
And yeah.
Now I understand why Finn McKenty had them on, because they're all the same. Ronnie Radke's the same kind of guy. He's like, I'm gonna go do a bunch of like fucking edgy shit, and then Blair White is the same kind of person.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think he's coming back to you too, bro. I think he's too embarrassed because, like,
I hope you're right, buddy. Man, I don't think he has that amount of shame, but I really hope you're right.
Oh, damn. I mean, I didn't consider that. I guess I'm going based on how I would feel about it. I would be so embarrassed.
I would too, man. I would not. Yeah, I wouldn't log on ever again.
Well, if he comes back, I will absolutely make content about that, because
I'll be here to talk about it.
It's going to make me so mad. Like, I'm going to be so pissed off because fuck that guy. He doesn't deserve a seat at this table.